So, I'm learning workout tips. So I'm gonna go to the gym. Alright. I'm not cool, hip, or young. At all. That's why I'm not getting any hits. I'm not getting any cool stuff. I'm not cool. I've never been cool. Because it's uncool to be cool, you know? Sometimes you gotta be uncool to be cool, you know? That's not really me, but I'm sure that person does things, you know? Like, stupid things. Like, no. Almost got him. Trying to do some of these challenges. Trying to kill people with a frying pan so I can level up. I'm leveling up my character on PUBG right now. And it's a good time. I'm gonna be honest. Got to see Zephyr's game today. It was great. It was good times. It was very good times. There's a lot of good players. A lot of good players. Didn't remember some of the names, but hey, you know, it's just not the way things work. But hey, you know, they have to want it more. They have to hurt themselves. No, they don't. They don't have to hurt themselves at all. That's just really dumb. That's, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, it's just a wonderful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day to be neighbor. And, I am, a very, very good person. I do good things. I'm a person that is a good person. I do things that are good, and I sleep things off, and I do wonderful, amazing things, and I'm not gonna go to the gym right now though, because I have a feeling that I'm gonna pass out, because I haven't been in the gym in a while, and I'm not used to the air there. A lot of times people don't realize their lungs get used to air that is not of oxygen. They're used to taking in a certain amount of oxygen at a certain amount of time. It's the reason for those dudes passing out when they were doing squats, even though their strength level was probably more than mine. Because see, it's the amount of oxygen that's going to your muscles that makes you do things like motor skills. But there's a lot of times in your life that you're not realizing that you're taking in less oxygen. And when you take in less oxygen, your brain doesn't shrink, but it kind of relaxes. Yeah. Your brain relaxes, and then you do a really good workout, and you think you're doing a really good workout, but you're really kind of doing like a medial workout. You know, like your muscles get really big really quickly. But then when you're like in the thick of things, trying to actually do stuff, you wind up passing out. And don't do squats that are too much. I've learned that lesson. I actually kind of, not really, but kind of sprained my ankle a little bit doing that stuff, but understandably so. I think that a lot of people don't realize that the amount of oxygen they take in is menial. So the reason why I can do this is because I think it was my dad who kind of worked with like different kind of modes of, and that's the reason why a lot of people don't realize that they're not realizing what they're doing better, is because they didn't open a window, or they had a window open. Like that kid who said he was really good at video games, and that guy beat him. He probably didn't plan for it, but are you serious? He probably didn't plan for it, but he probably suggested to his parents that he might close the window. A lot of people think that it had something to do with black magic, because the superstition is stupid and it's dumb. Don't believe it. All right. When your brain takes in less oxygen, it doesn't expand or hurt or anything like that. It just relaxes. Okay, it relaxes because you're not doing a lot of brain function. You're not doing a lot of brain function. You're not sitting in the same room. And when you go downstairs or you go outside and you take in a little bit more oxygen, you realize that you're basically like contracting and expanding your your brain. Basically, you're relaxing and tensing up those muscles. And a lot of times people can pass out because those muscles were used for different things, and they don't realize that relaxing and tensing up those muscles. And also, a lot of times people don't realize too that their car is actually making them do different things they don't really do. Like a lot of times you'll think they're having a stroke, or like old people will think they're having a stroke, when in actuality they're just getting low oxygen to the brain. They're getting either low oxygen or they're getting carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. People don't realize this and they pass out and they're like, oh my god, I had a stroke. No, you didn't. Your face is numb because you haven't been breathing correctly. And your nose, out your mouth. As a matter of fact, I need to open my window right now because I think I've been smoking too many cigarettes in this room. So that's the reason why sometimes people will say inaudible things, like it'll sound like really crazy, I guess, like they're messing around or they're doing something now they're supposed to be doing, sort of thing. But they're not really doing that. They're actually holding on to that thought because it's the only thing that's keeping them up straight. It's only keeping them. That's the reason why they'll yell out some random thing, because it'll use a part of their brain that they used for something else, and that's the reason why people yell out those random things. Because that's the reason also why I don't go to the French Quarter, because there are a lot of carcinogens in the French Quarter. A lot of them. Like a lot of them. The reason why it smells like throw up and a bunch of different other things like that is people throw up in the street a lot because of alcohol, and that smell itself can actually mess with your brain. Not really mess with your brain, but mess with your synapses firing sometimes. And the lack of oxygen to your brain causes that. not really the throw up, more the fact that it's disgusting to you and it's a smell you associate with sickness. And when the smell you associate with sickness gets to your brain, plus minus the oxygen, you use another part of your brain to try to say something, or to try to keep yourself up, or to try to keep that blood flow going, or to try to keep that part of your brain alive, not alive, but keep that synapse firing, because that's the reason why. And a lot of people don't realize that. And sometimes doctors don't even realize that, but those doctors are probably in jail because of malpractice. Most of the time I think that people don't realize that they're they're living in the same emotional space as someone else as well. Sometimes they have like a reflex than when they were a little child or something like that, or when they were a smaller kid. They think that something is the way it is when they're older, not realizing that that something has changed, or that person has moved on, or that person has changed, or that person has moved on. Either way, they don't realize that those things, like inside, let's see, kids' brains, they always fire a really fast synapse. The synapse that makes you go fast. Like basically, it's a fast firing mechanism inside your brain, and it's a biological mechanism. Obviously, not a gear or anything like that. But the reason why a lot of people fall when they do something is they don't realize that your body kind of moves in X's, like your synapse is firing, and all those other different things happening, like your nerves and your nerve endings. They all need oxygen. They need oxygen, and they need a bunch of different things to actually survive. So when you're under duress or without a lot of oxygen, your body sort of kind of bulks up and moves like it's it tenses up like your brain is tensed up in your head sometimes, because you don't realize that, like, sometimes your brain needs to relax, sometimes your brain needs to wind back and just not think about all those things for a while, and sometimes your brain needs to allow itself to heal and vent about stuff as well. But understandably so, if you keep moving like you're moving, basically, if you keep moving and keep moving and keep moving for no reason, then what happens sometimes, and not in most cases, but what happens sometimes is the brain causes an aneurysm. The aneurysm, which is named after people don't notice this. People think that they're somehow caught in a moment of duress, or they think that their brain is actually like causing some sort of inconsistency inside of their head, because oh my god, it's because my mom didn't feed me those chicken nuggets like I wanted. She gave me fruit and vegetables. No, it's dumb, because also you can cause yourself health problems in the long run by saying or doing that constantly, or saying that really badly, because you're causing yourself stress, and that causes fat cells to build up. A lot of times people don't realize that stuff, and they think that they're doing well, or they think that they're doing really, really good, or something like that. They think they're doing really good at this game, and they're gonna be like, oh, I've been killing all these dudes, and I've been not breathing, and and I've been laying down and stuff like that, and trying to breathe in my nose and out my mouth and everything. That's basically what the South Park was kind of making fun of. It wasn't making fun of all gamers, or saying that all gamers were lazy. It was just making fun of the lazy ones that don't do anything with their life, that aren't on disability. And I'm on disability because, oh man, I think they, let's see, I had a call. Oh man. good to get a cross breeze in your room sometimes, because once you realize the temperature changes as well, the physics change as well. So just realize that. A lot of times people don't listen to you when you're trying to tell them something, but that's the point, is they should have, and they'll be sorry. But it's okay, and hopefully they don't have any bad things happen to them. Hopefully. But I'm not betting on it or anything, so, or counting on it, because I'm not an idiot. Oh, man. Also, if you ever get embarrassed by your mom, just realize the only reason why she's doing it, you know? If you ever get embarrassed by your dad, just realize the only reason why he's doing it is because he learned that your mom loved you. So realize that, and also take that into account, because kids' problems are stupid. Except for when it has to do with their parents and them abusing them. That's bad, and that's mean, and that sucks. But that's a part of them not realizing that what it takes to actually be a good parent is you have to be good at a lot of things. And plus, you have to be good at a lot more things. Than just a lot of things. Plus, you have to be able to make money while doing all this. How's it going, viewer? If you want to message me, you can. I realize that a lot of times I ramble on, and it has to do with my dad telling me hour-long stories, and that's just kind of an ode to him. I hope he watches my older videos where I tell him. Because my dad is just the funniest character, and also a complete and utter idiot. I love him, I really do. But he's very, very defensive. Oh, cool, dude. That's awesome. I'm just running around in different buildings trying to see if there's anybody in here. Good times, good times. You did, yeah. That's cool, man. It's fun. What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about mental issues or people that talk too much on TV. There we go. Got him. Yeah. Nah, I mean, I don't know. I guess, that sounds cool or something. I'm more of a, kind of like a chaotic neutral. I'm not like, I'm not just about the action. I'm more like, I like the lead up too, most of the time, but I'm not just like in the lead up a lot. I'm not like a lot of things don't scare me because I've seen, not just because I've seen like rotten.com and all those other different terrible websites. And I'm not even a spokesman for that, so don't like quote me on that. But there's like, I've seen some pretty heavy stuff. That's all, and that's like, for the most account, I think that for the most of my adult life, I've experienced a lot of sarcasm and a lot of things that make me angry, like my parents not investing in my childhood, or investing in anything else for that matter. They're just really poor, and they don't have anything. I really wish they're secretly rich, but I'm gonna put as much pressure on them as possible to make sure, not as possible, but as much as I can muster up. That's just me, you know. But that's pretty good. Like, that's like me selling their jewelry on eBay. I'm not actually gonna do that, and no one should, because it's not fun. They really like that, and that's what they like. So they're just gonna sell their plates, and then people will like them for plates, and then they can. Woohoo! I don't know. I spent my entire life trying to make my family like profitable. That's the reason why I was like, don't think about all the stupid stuff that they say, all they do, because what they say they do, they don't actually mean, because they've just been traumatized, and they think that it's someone's fault, and they take it out on someone. And then I start saying things, and they think it's my fault because I say so many things. Got him. All right. Let's see here. No, I thought those were for range. There we go. All right. What's your favorite kind of movie, Reese? Yeah, no, I am pretty good at this game when I have oxygen in my brain. Like when I start breathing and stuff. A lot of times I kind of associate it with. Dang it. Oh man, I had a 6x scope too. I'm dumbass. Oh, all right. So but yeah, that's basically the reason why I kind of think that people are really douchebags sometimes, because they say one thing and do another because they think it's fucking hilarious, and it makes my day to have some sort of challenge. But I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of person. I don't feel like getting hilariously hacked or screen watched on. That's not fun for me. I don't take that out on my day. But it doesn't break my day either, because I can go smoke a cigarette and smoke another cigarette and then smoke another cigarette and then smoke another one. Because there's not a lot of anger management in New Orleans. It's the reason why is because there are idiotic politicians who think that they can make everyone feel better by helping them with their problems, by trespassing in their homes and telling them that they're better than everyone else. I don't know if they actually do that, but I don't know. They do that in on TV, and they kind of like try to keep a positive attitude on the news and stuff like that. And that works sometimes, but they just want sometimes, so. That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. I have not seen Captain Marvel because I'm waiting for all of them to come out on video. All of them. To actually watch them, because I don't want to see it in the theaters. Because there's people talking, and there's people moving, and I'm gonna, yeah. People getting up to go to the bathroom, people on their phones, stuff like that. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not my preference, so. Even I went to the theater and all I did was go to the bathroom because everyone thought that I was just amazing and stuff, and I drank an entire gallon of something. Not a gallon, but I drank a big old sippy cup thing, and everyone, I don't know, I don't really care. So, but it's okay. But yeah, my favorite movie is probably going to be Swamp Thing. Yeah. DC right now, and Swamp Thing is going to be cool. It'll be a made-for-TV movie, and I know it, but I'm still going to watch it, so. Because I think that that's pretty cool, that kind of whole, like, thing where he just comes out of the ground and stuff like that. Or comes out of the lake or something like that, and that's really cool to me, so. That and Gambit when it comes out. Gambit's gonna be cool. I don't know, I like Rogue too. Like the whole southern drawl without all the midlife crisis and racism. So, without that. So, that's cool to me. And also, they're probably coming out with a couple other ones too that I want to see. That's like, kind of like one of the only ones, I guess. Alright, so, oh man. And a lot of younger kids don't realize their reflexes, too, when they're younger. And they think they're getting pushed in themselves to be able to do what they want or when they want, stuff like that. Just a whole bunch of different idiocy, and just like, they don't realize they're hurting themselves. So, I guess by playing video games nonstop, people are kind of really doing bad things to themselves. And I think I should stop now because, thank you, Reese's Expert. That's really cool that you have multiple, cool. Well, ones, and you like Captain Marvel. That's good. I like Captain Marvel too. But I'm older now and stuff like that, so have a good day and be yourself. You are your own one-person bomb squad, and have a good day, and don't hate the thing you come from. Sometimes, you know. Don't hate the person you come from. Because a lot of times you're just begging for someone to just tell you that that's not true, and you're an amazing person. But yeah, I'm gonna play one more round. So. Thanks, Tracy Expert. And I'm probably gonna shave soon too, because and get a haircut as well, because I look so like a freaking evil supervillain or something, like the mix between an evil supervillain and his illegitimate son. So. Yeah. That's cool. Glad to hear it. Ever thought about career, Reese? Expert? It's really cool to work places. I think it's really cool to work places too. I'm gonna try to talk as little as possible because I'm kind of trying to think really hard, or very much, I guess. I'm not trying to glitch the game. So, dude, no, it's not dude. I think that a lot of times people don't really know what they want to do with themselves until they actually get out of college, so. But I think there are a lot of people that really think that, what? Yeah, no. Alright. I think the majority of people, though they don't want to go to college or don't want to actually make that much of a career for themselves, because right now I'm a PUBG fanatic at the moment, but I do play I've played like Final Fantasy, Grand Theft Auto. I'm about to get back into this thing called Ultra Despair Girls. It's a story about a girl who was kidnapped or something like that, and she stays. And they, okay, he's right there. I hear him. There he is. Shit. Where's he at? I was getting on a motorcycle and he's running off. Okay, cool. So most of the time, I think that's what I want to do with myself. I want to play video games. I want to talk about art and stuff like that, and try to make a certain form of. There's a lot of different kinds of art, so it's like, and maybe I'm just.